Hey everybody, Sasaro here to break down the Super Soul called What Good is a New Power If I Don't Try It Out? This Super Soul was obtainable during the 4th Festival of Universes if you accumulated 1,500 glory points. The last day for this festival is August 3rd, 2025. So if you're watching this video after that date, it is too late to obtain this Super Soul outside of save editing. The Key Blast for this Super Soul is the Paralyzed type, and the limit burst is auto just guard, which I actually have some important information about that I'll touch on in just a moment. But the main details of this Super Soul are straightforward for the most part. Basically, the first time you use a super or an ultimate attack, you will receive a 1.5 times, or if you prefer, a 50% increase in damage. The description says the effect is temporary, and when it comes to super attacks, it'll last for about 3 seconds, and when it comes to an ultimate, it'll last for about 5 seconds. So, for the most part, the boost really only lasts long enough for one attack. However, I did some testing with Petrifying Spit. I combined it with ×4 Kamehameha and a Gigantic Roar, and in both of these cases, the ultimate attacks actually did double their damage. So, it is possible to chain the two boosts together. I was also able to get some increased damage when I used Dodoria's Headbutt before an ultimate as well, generally resulting in the combo doing 80 to 85% more damage, so a partial chain is also possible. But keep in mind, you do have to be using some really fast moves for this to be the case, so if you happen to know of some specifically that I didn't mention here, feel free to go on ahead and let us know down below. Now, there's actually one more interesting tidbit of information that someone in my live chat actually pointed out to me. I forget who it was, but shoutouts to my chat for telling me this. The Auto Just Guard Limit Burst actually has an attack increase built into it. A 15% increase to be exact. So, if you fire off your first super or ultimate of the match while you have the Limit Burst active, your attack will actually receive a 65% increase in its damage. And that's not just for this Super Soul. I tested out 2 other Super Souls with this Limit Burst effect, being We're Tougher Than We Look, and Very Well, I Shall Return Time, and they also gave a 15% increase in damage with the Limit Burst. So I guess that's just something that's been built into it, and I just never knew. For some context on the primary part of my testing, I used Bending Kamehameha as my super, and Gigantic Roar as my ultimate. Starting with Bending Kamehameha, with no boost, it was doing 6,126 damage. With the Super Soul boost, it was doing 9,189 damage. And when combining the Super Soul with the Limit Burst, it did 10,108 damage. Gigantic Roar did 12,648 damage without any boosts, then did 18,972 damage with just the Super Soul boost, and 20,869 with the Limit Burst thrown into the mix. With Petrifying Spit, it did 25,296 damage, and with the Limit Burst included, it went up to 27,194 damage. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to know about this one, so with that, I do believe it's going to be about my cue to bounce. Certainly do hope you found what you were looking for in this video, and until we meet again, make sure you take care. See ya!